Do you think when it comes to the Iowa caucuses this year, when it comes to the start of primary season, there's anything missing from this national conversation? Or do you think it's pretty cut and dry and Trump's going to be the nominee?
Well, Trump is looking to lock this up by, next week, and he could, if he wins New Hampshire decisively. Even if Ron DeSantis drops out before New Hampshire, his support, more than half of his support, is going to go to Trump. Some of it a few percentage points may go to Nikki Haley. All of Vivek Ramaswamy's, even though his support is minimal, will go to Trump as well. So that still puts a gulf between Trump and Haley in New Hampshire that is going to be very hard to make up. And then remember, next is South Carolina. So they're going to go into South Carolina. And what South Carolina is saying is that, Nikki Haley, we like you, but they love Donald Trump. So I think that if it's not over by next week, it'll be over by South Carolina. And that's really what the president is hoping to do so that he could start focusing his attacks on Joe Biden. And that is going to be where, we really see if the head-to-head matchup is going to be like what it was in 2020.
Gail, as we look towards New Hampshire come next week, Super Tuesday's coming up soon. What should we be looking out for? What's on your radar?
Well, what I'm looking out for is are these candidates going to start to drive a message? I mean, President Biden is at a historic low. His approval ratings are in the 30s, and he doesn't have a message. He doesn't have a record to run on. And what his message has been is Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. Biden wants to make this election all about Trump. He doesn't have a message. And if he's trying to make this about Donald Trump being a threat to democracy, the people in the suburbs that are ultimately going to determine the outcome of the November election, they're not sitting around their kitchen tables saying, "Oh, we want to talk about a threat to democracy." What they're worried about is how they're going to afford groceries, and why is my rent so high, and how are my kids going to stay safe, and what's going on, with national security and the border. Those are the things that people want to hear. So what's on my radar is what candidate is going to start driving an effective message as the primary ends and we go towards, just attacking Biden. So that'll be interesting to see. This has just been such a mind-bending primary season that, it's hard to really anticipate what's next. But what I hope is what's next is that any Republican candidate is going to start to train their fire on Joe Biden, because he just has such a big target